length of 300. So I'm just going to move this to the side. Now I know it's a fairly decent length, but what you really want to chain a fairly decent length, especially for this, because what we're going to do next is we're going to be slip stitching straight back down this chain. So to do that, we go like this into the next, so obviously not that chain just there, not the first chain from the hook, but the second chain from the hook, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through again. And that's slip stitch. So once again into that chain and then just pull through. So the reason it's a fairly lengthy length is because when you do this, it actually reduces the size of the chain or of the strap. So it's not as long as you think it will be when you do the initial chain. It's going to be shorter. So yeah, you just got to keep that in mind whenever you're doing this. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure. This is actually prompting me to measure this in the near future and then work out the percentage that it reduces, because that could be kind of helpful. And then you'll know, then you'll get an idea of what you should be chaining. But yeah, I mean, each garment's different, so for this one it's going to be a little different. This could be too little, this could be too much. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We are slip stitching all the way back to the beginning of this chain. I know that sounds like a pain in the butt, but don't worry, it's worth it. It is worth it. And we're going to be doing that. So I'll meet you at the beginning of this chain and we'll talk about what we're going to do next. Alright, now here I am back at the beginning of the chain. I've slip stitched down the length of that 300 and put in my last slip stitch right into that beginning chain. Like that. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to put another single crochet into that stitch we've already single crocheted into. So the 16th foundation chain, single crochet, just like that. There we go. Now we're going to do the same thing and put a single crochet to mirror those double crochets on the other side of the chain, the foundation chain, all the way up to the next stitch marker. So just continue your single crochets along the top here till you get to your next stitch marker. And basically you're just going to do the same thing as you did for this strap. But what I'm doing, because I want the strap, when it's tied up at the front, I want them to fall slightly to the side at the front. So for the next strap, I think I'm going to do 320 chains. So it'll make it fall to the side when I tie it. So that's what we're going to do. So I'll leave you to do that, and then once you get to this, to the, then obviously you do the 2 double crochets into that foundation chain, single crochets along to the corner. Remember we put 3 single crochets into the top corner edge to the top corner bit. And then you're going to work your single crochets back down the side with 2 single crochets into every double crochet row end till you get back down to here. Then once you've done that, we'll meet back up again and we'll talk about what we're going to do next. Okay, see you soon. Okay, now here I am. I've worked my way all the way down the other side. So what we're going to do now is we finish this part of the top, which is excellent. See, that was really quick to do. I love that. So here's what it's going to be looking like. I'm going to have straps just there, and it's a nice length. So what we're going to do now is we're going to find our scissors and we're going to cut the yarn, cut a nice length that you can weave in. So cutting the yarn, and then grab that piece of yarn and pull it through the loop. So just like this. Pull it through that loop and tie it off. So that's finished for now, and now we are going to weave in those ends. So I'll let you do that. For me, I'm going to find my darning needle and I'm going to do that. Just weave them in any way you can, and then we're going to get working on attaching this lace, and I'm actually quite excited. I'm quite excited to see how this is going to turn out. Could be good, it could be bad, it could be awesome. We'll see what happens. Alright, see you soon. Alright, now this will be my second attempt to attach the lace to the top. The first couple of times, obviously, you know, we're learning as we go, and there were a few things I had to learn. Most of all, the way I was doing it wasn't really going to fit in with the look that I'm going for. So what I tried to do, see, because the top of this lace just here was jagged, so what I had in mind to begin with was I was going to fold that jagged bit over, then I was going to sew along the top, and then after that I was going to fold this back and sort of neaten up the jagged bit. But what I've realised is that there's no point in doing that with what I'm doing here with this. And especially because it's just a tester, there's no point in trying to get all technical, especially since I don't know what I'm doing. But, okay, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to start again. I'm going to start again, and I'm going to do what I should have done to begin with, and I've neatened up that jagged bit on both of the bits of lace that I want to be working with. And I've cut myself some yarn, and I pinned the lace to the top, just here, so I'll put the straps aside for the moment. And alright, let's try this again. Alright, so yeah, this is what it's going to be like along the top. Honestly, I really don't care that this bit is sticking up at the top. I think it looks kind of cute, and yeah, like I said, for the look I'm going for, there's no point in trying to get too technical, especially because I don't really know how to sew properly. So this is all very much just experimenting, and also it's good if I work like this, because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using something that I think is called backstitch. And for that, well, probably for any stitch, I'm using the stitches at the top here as guides for where to put my stitches. So that's good, that's good. It's going to work really well like that, and I will be happy. Alright, so to begin, what I've done, I've threaded my yarn onto the darning needle, and then picking up this corner, I'm going to, so there's the top corner stitch with those 3 single crochets into that top corner stitch just there, as you can see. Now, moving 1 stitch over from that, I'm going to bring my needle in through the back just there, in through that stitch just there, the next stitch over, pull the yarn through, and I'm going to leave the end of the yarn for the moment, just so I can tie it off later, and because I don't really know what else to do with it actually. Anyway, yeah, just leave that till the end. And then going into that first stitch where the 3 single crochets are, go in, pull this. I think this is going to be way neater as well than what I did before. What I did before was kind of, I mean, it wasn't a disaster, but it wasn't pretty. It wasn't something that I would be happy wearing out in public, you know. Anyway, so there's my first stitch. Yay! I'm already happier with that. Alright, now you can see it's gone into that, and then we move to the next stitch along. I hope you can see that. Yeah, you can see. So I'm moving in through the back of that next stitch along, go in through there, come out. And this is, from memory, what I think is called backstitch. I haven't really done sewing since I was a child, so it's all from distant memory. But yeah, I think it's going to be okay. Alright, so pulling that through. There we go. I already feel like this is working out. But hey, you learn as you go, don't you? So, I mean, that's the way that was. So yes, this is what I'm doing, and this is how I'm doing it. And like it, yep, so see, and then moving on to the next stitch along, which is that one just there. Shove the needle through, like this. And this is my plan. This is what I'm doing to attach this piece of lace to the top. So I'm going to go along. I'm very, very pleased that the stitches are here as guides to show me where to put the needle. Otherwise, I'd be doing it freehand, and I really don't think I could do that straight. I don't think I could. There we go, moving to the next stitch along, shoving it in through the back. Trying to keep it as neat as possible. So yes, I'm going to do this all the way to the other end, and then we're going to meet back up. We're going to have a look, and we're going to see how it looks. I think it's going to look okay. Ah, man, already very pleased with And by very pleased, I just mean way more pleased with this than my last 2 attempts. Alright, so let's carry on, let's do this. And like I said, we'll meet back up, we'll see how it looks. And I will talk about how and where I'm going to put my other piece of lace. Because at this point, I'm not really sure if I want it at the bottom of the top. Bottom of the top, yeah. At the bottom of the top, or if I want to do it just beneath the bust. So yeah, oh, didn't mean to move that. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Alright, let's go away. If you've chosen to do this, that is excellent. I hope you're enjoying the process. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say till we get to the end of this. Let's just do this, and then we'll meet back up, and we'll see what to do next. Alright, see you soon. Alright, so here I am, and I've managed to sew the lace all along the top. So here we are, and I am super pleased with how it's turned out. I think it looks really beautiful. It's definitely a massive improvement from the last 2 attempts. So yes, it's worked out well. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to weave in the end of the yarn just to the back here. I'm going to be really careful, and I'm not going to use one of the stitches that I've sewn, because my last attempt at doing that bunched up all these stitches along the front. So if you're not familiar with this, whatever this is, just be careful not to do that. I'm going to use one of the crochet stitches just below it. So what have we got here? Let's have a look. No. Alright, let's turn this way. Where am I? Here I am. This bit of thread, and I'm just going to go in through that crochet stitch under where I've sewn, just there. Thread that through there. Oh, try not to get it stuck. There we go, and just, yeah, bind off as normal. So that, try not to get stuck on things. And pull tight. Okay, I can pull tight without fear of that bunching up, which is good. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, so pulled tight, I'm going to trim that yarn and then just weave in the ends. That's the top almost finished, actually, because then we need to cut these ends here, which I'm going to do really carefully. Yeah, but as you can see, this is exactly the look that I was going for, so I'm really, really pleased with it. It's so beautiful. I love this lace. It's gorgeous. Yes, I can't wait to work with lace more. Alright, so I'm going to go away, cut these ends. I'm also going to try this on and figure out where I'm going to place the other bit of lace. Also, just to let you know, the straps that I've done are not as long as I wanted them to be, but that's okay. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach straps, more straps, to either side just here that I can work with to, yeah, I'll show you as I go. But that's what we're going to do now. So yeah, this is evolving. This is an evolution of a crochet design that we're in the process of doing right now, which is good. Alright, so I'm going to meet back up with you, and we'll see what we're going to do after that. I might meet back up with you to attach the other bit of lace, but I also might not. I might just attach it, because you know what to do now, so it's fine. Yeah, alright, see you soon. Alrighty, so here is the finished top. Yes, so as you can see, a fair bit changed as we went along. I had to revise some things and, make change. But it wasn't a big deal. I mean, we got there in the end. And I think it's turned out very nice. I really like it. There are some things I would change, but, we've learned as we've gone along, and that's what counts. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope that you made one of your own and you love it as much as I love mine. I look forward to seeing you for the next tutorial. Not quite sure what I'm making yet, but if you liked this video, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed but you would like to subscribe to join me for some more tutorials, I would love to have you join me. Yes, thanks for watching.